Good afternoon, cool kids. How's everybody doing on this absolutely beautiful Saturday afternoon? Your buddy Robbie got up nice and early, got a lot of things accomplished this morning. You know, I actually cut that lawn real short last week on accident. So I ended up having to not have to do it again until today. Had a whole week in between. Still got our little bleeding hearts here. They're doing all right. You know, they're starting to bleed out a little bit, if you will, you know. And these flowers that we've been talking about over here, you know what they're called? They come in a lot of different colors. This one right here, they're peonies. That's what they are. They're peonies. The other flower that we've been looking at the whole time right there. That flower went. But we do have another one right here. Woo! That one will be blooming soon. And I think there's another one over here somewhere. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. That's very cool. But leading into what I'm talking about today is, you know, I give you all these different things, these different actions, different stuff that you can do to make sure you have something to look forward to each day in order to, like, change your mindset, to change things in your, you know, the way you do things, to make yourself feel better, to make yourself be on the right track, to make yourself not have setbacks each day that might make you turn around and go backwards. I like putting things in your mind that might make you take a step over that problem, or sit there and evaluate the issue, evaluate what's going on in front of you before you react and just keep going back to the same thing that you've always done, the same thing that you always do, the same way that you always do it, because seriously, it's not working. It's clearly not something that's working for you. So someone like myself or anybody can help you. And if you're watching my video right now, I hope you're actually, you know, you're trying to get a little help. You might just want to have a little bit of advice from me. Trust me, I am no miracle worker. I am no perfect person, and I've made many mistakes in my life. I've had a lot of loss and a lot of things that have made me reevaluate myself and realize where I am. Now, a lot of these things that I talk about, you know, these actions I try to get you into, that's because if you have an anxiety disorder or depression or addiction or, you know, just about anything like that, it's odds are you go to a certain thing and you do that every time. If you're an addiction, if you have an addiction, it's a drug that you go to. That's your action that you go to each time that you have that problem or whatever is going on. You know, obviously you have a physical addiction to it too, but there's also a mental thing in your head that says, if you do this, I'm going to feel better. If I do this, I'm going to feel better. If you have an anxiety disorder or something like that, a lot of people, you know, they might self-harm themselves, which is absolutely awful, but that makes you, oh, that feels better. There you go, that feels better. I did that. That's my action. That's what I do when I get to this point to feel better. A lot of people with depression or, like, you know, anger problems, things like a lot of anxiety even as well. They'll try to take what they got going on and balled up in them, put it onto somebody else. It's somebody else's fault. They did that. They did this. Forget about what's going on with me. That's what's going on with you, and that is what you're doing. And you. Don't talk about me. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. None of that. Worry about you. And that's the thing that you go to every time you have something going on. You know, and that's a very vast generalization and just certain little particular things that people do with those types of problems. You know, but you get my point. That's what you go to. Now, I understand, like, addiction. You might have a physical addiction to the drug, and you know what? People need to get over the stigma of taking, like, a methadone treatment or a Suboxone or a Subutex or something that gets rid of the physical addiction part. And then when they're having the, you know, that feeling, that want, that need, that anything that they need for that drug, you know, you got to be able to have that sponsor to call, or you have a class that you can go to, or take that hike like I talk about, or, you know, you got all these different things that you can go do in your mind, and you have that, you've gotten rid of the physical addiction part because, you know, you got to forget what other people think about you taking, like, maybe something to get rid of the physical addiction part, you know? You can't just stop at drugs sometimes, it makes you real sick, whatever. The same thing with anxiety, depression, anything like that. Oh, I'm going to hurt myself. I need to hurt myself. I need to do something. I need to do, you know, something rash, something wrong, something that's not, I'm going to regret later on, but it's going to make me feel better now. I need to do it now. And I understand if you do it a little bit still, you do it sometimes still, blah, 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 but try to wean down. Do this other action, do these other things, do this other stuff that's going to get your mind off of that so you're away from that other problem, that other thing, that thing that's making you stay in that circle. Any one of these things makes you stay in a circle, and you just keep going in a circle and tread. You tread water. If you're lucky, you're treading water. And if you're not lucky, you drown. Same thing with depression, anything like that. You're putting that problem onto somebody else's, someone else's problem. You need to realize that it's you. You're the problem. You need to realize that you have the problem, you have the issue, you have everything. But as long as you are working on yourself to make you better, I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Are you making the right choices? And you know you're making the right choices without going in your head, maybe that's the right choice, but you're forgetting parts of that choice. You're forgetting part of what you're talking about on purpose to make yourself sound better. If you have to lie to other people about what you're doing to get that positive feedback, you know what you're doing is wrong. I'm behind you. People that are close to you should be behind you. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. Make the right choices. Do the right things. Thank you very much for stopping by and talking with me today. Put out those positive vibes. It's going to bring back a positive life for you, and live that life lightly, keeping things under control to the very best of your ability. Thank you so much for being with me today. Sorry I got a little aggressive today, but really trying to break through for a couple people, a couple different things. Thank you so very much for your time. Have yourselves a great day.